I guess what would you hope that the key takeaway that the audience sort of received from your presentation this morning?
Well, I found it quite interesting because we had a question up about whether the PayFacs will be successful or growth in Europe. And the issue that I have a particular around it is that regulation is becoming harder and more companies are exploring but not progressing to PayFacs. And the message that I wanted to come across, and I think that has landed quite well, was that you can go, you can try, it's a hard road to go, but don't be blinkered to other things that are out there to help them achieve what they want to achieve. Probably more better commercial models, less effort, less sleepless nights, as I constantly say, and the ability to be able to, develop your business in a safe, compliant manner.
Perfect. I guess question 2, which is a tad tricky considering where you work, but in terms of the PSC conference, you'd go to other conferences. What do you like about the way that we do it at PSC and what makes a difference?
Well, this is my favourite because I've come back every year for the last 16 years now, all jokes aside. This is a very, I wouldn't say, it's not inclusive or exclusive. It's a group of people who are payments focused, nerds, call it what you may, that get together and talk about all important things that happen within our industry. It's a short 1-day conference, not a 3-day marathon in other ones or other parts of Europe. And it actually doesn't matter where the location is. I just find that the people, the attendees that come to it, and their skills and knowledge and the networking opportunities that you get from it are just superb. And for a PSE employee, which I am, it's a great way to sort of talk about things that are going on that we sometimes don't get to see across other events. I've been to lots of events, go to many I choose not to anymore, many I choose would like to. They're quite expensive to go to, and this is a relatively cheaper, not a cheap version, but a relatively low-cost version of being able to meet and greet people from our industry. So.
Brilliant. And I guess you talked about the themes that we covered as 2024 comes to an end, and we look forward to 2025. So, just from your broad insight across the payments arena, what would you say is the one key thing that we should be thinking about for 2025?
I think, having sat through some presentations today, I think fraud is an area where we have to be particularly careful. For areas where you're getting AI and ChatGPT and other types of solutions that are so clever, so easy to dupe people into giving credentials and losing money, etc. It affects everyone, even from the 18-year-olds right through to people in their late 80s and 90s. And I think that area is becoming far more sophisticated. How best they can adapt it from a payments perspective, because it's going to start using payments, it's going to start using other ways that we act, and then lead to a scenario where they will, you will be convinced that they're real people and actually they're not. So I think fraud is an area. The other area, I think the market I sit in, I think can see some changing dynamics happening next year again, possibly consolidation. Largest acquirer or one of the largest acquirers now moving into different hands. I can see quite some big churn around the market, and the bigger players who are very good and sophisticated will continue to get bigger because the others are quite far behind and have got a long way to go to catch up.